Hello, and welcome to our virtual event. My name is Carolina Almeida, and I am the General Manager of Cosentino in Miami. I am very glad you are joining us since today is a very special day as we are sharing with you the launch of the new Loft collection by Cosentino. I am the spoken person for the Southeast region in North America, and as we have two of the most international airports in North America, we wanted to make this launch very international by inviting not only very talented, but also very international guests. Originally from Colombia, Sandra Diaz Velasco is an award-winning architect and design principal of Eolo Architect and Design firm. She emphasizes emotion and craftsmanship in her work. Recipient of 2019 IIDA and ASID Bragg and Crystal Awards for Interior Architecture and Design, Sandra was named 2018 ASID Wants to Watch Scholar and Design Excellence winner, recognized as a rising leader, pushing the boundaries of the industry. Thank you so much, Sandra, for joining us tonight. Luca Innocentini is bringing the European taste to this panel. Originally from Italy, he is the general manager of Polyform in Miami, one of the leading players on the international furniture and cabinetry scene. Business developer and senior sales with over 11 years of professional experience in business, management, and more than 9 years in Italian furniture field, specialized in development Far East, Middle East, and South Florida market in retail, contract fit-out, and FFE projects. Last but not least, our local guest is Michael Dolatowski, a Miami-based design director who studied architecture at Pratt Institute in New York. He co-founded Design Build Studio Dev Union in 2015 with a focus on design, fabrication, and construction of customs interiors across Miami and the country. The union has been privileged to work with many great commercial clients and have worked across sectors in hospitality, food and beverage, retail, office, and residential design. Welcome to all of you, and thank you for joining us today. To show you this new collection and to stay in the international mood, we want to do a different way. We invite you to join Cosentino on a trip. Today we're going to travel together through 5 industrial neighborhoods of 4 metropolitan cities that are the inspiration of our Loft series. Here a short video. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That's a great introduction to our trip, but we will be making a stop to each city to discover the inspiration behind these beautiful colors. The Loft series includes 5 new colors inspired by concrete, a material capable of creating emotions through textures, finishes, and shades, creating a new relationship between people and objects. A new soulful identity is born where materials come to life in the rawest form. Loft as a concept is an architectural space that was born in the middle of the 20th century, where some neighborhoods in New York that were full of small factories and warehouses for restoration of naval cargo in the seaport area were given a second light for housing and living spaces. Then at that time, the concrete and iron beams have relevance to a new trend. Of course, this was exported throughout the world. In some way, we can say that this collection is a trip to rediscover the design of some neighborhoods in different cities. Cool spaces characterized by a urban minimalism where the industrial aesthetic will be present, but with a fresh light with more social activity than ever. Loft is an urban collection that revisits through design lenses the essence of 5 iconic neighborhoods in the cities of London, Barcelona, New York, and Detroit. So, are you all ready? Let's begin our trip in Europe. Our first stop will be the vibrant and popular city of London, and the neighborhood is Camden. As you saw, Camden remind us of noodles, sounds like 80s punk, speaks thousands of languages, dresses eclectically, and is home to hundreds of emerging artists. There is rusty tones, steely shades, and the wear and tear of living spaces have inspired Camden. A soft, delicate, homogeneous gray with a fine grain and a very subtle white veining. Camden is salmon gray. It is a versatile, adaptable color, easy to incorporate with any decoration thanks to its homogeneity, perfect for an everyday decorations. From London, we are traveling to the Mediterranean Sea side of Barcelona. Our next destination is Poblenou. As you heard, this is a very Mediterranean feeling color. Poblenou was the epicenter of the Industrial Revolution in Barcelona, and it has grown significantly. It is actually Catalan, and it means new town. Its contrasts have become the main attraction for locals and travelers. Poblenou has Mediterranean warmth with an industrial appearance. It is cosmopolitan yet suburban. Its old industrial buildings have been turned into fabulous lofts surrounded by art galleries, bars, pop-up shops, corner shops, and emerging businesses. Bikes move freely around its wide streets. You can attend an exhibition and then go shopping at your local shop. From Barcelona, we will travel across the Atlantic. We are taking you with a longer flight to our next destination, which is the city of New York. Here we discover Seaport, an industrial navy area well famous in the past when the maritime trade was the most relevant activity. Let's go to Seaport. So visiting Seaport is like traveling through time. Back to an era when maritime trade was the key player in a small but crucial area for the economic future of New York. Many of its buildings still retain the sense of the 19th century. Its low buildings with exposed bricks, worn concrete, and characteristic wood from the docks from a chromatic range that inspires the Silestone dark gray. Seaport is a complex gray full of possibilities. It recreates a dark cement color with a warm charm. It invites you to explore different atmospheres thanks to its crazy white shade, which makes it a unique proposition. It is an eccentric color with personality, ready to satisfy the most demanding preferences. For now, we stay in New York and go to another neighborhood. We are taking a quick subway ride to go to Nolita. So Nolita was avant-garde when it was part of Little Italy and when it unsuccessfully tried to join Soho. In the mid-90s, Nolita found its name north of Little Italy and their identity. The elements that made it unique came through. We're talking about unique places totally different from each other. First, we have to mention St. Patrick's Cathedral, then the Puck Building, which was the long-term home of Puck magazine, the first successful magazine of humor and political satire in the United States. And last but not least, the new museum, a building in the shape of a huge sugar cube, home to exclusive contemporary works of art. Their authentic and revolutionary streets differentiate it from the surrounding neighborhoods. With this historical background, we have created our own Nolita. Nolita is a white color with interesting variations of neutral gray tones. It combines especially well with open spaces where purity and calm are sought, walking hand in hand with art and avant-garde. Our next and final destination is also in the United States. We're going to Detroit. Corktown has an intellectual touch, evoking an old style. Let's go. Corktown grew up among steam pistons and the sound of engines. It soon became the pretty girl of the American dream. It was, metaphorically speaking, Miss America. It was successful, it was booming, and then disaster happened. Even so, a few decades ago, it came back with a renewed beauty and an interesting and intellectual old style. It is worth walking by the Fox Theater of the Michigan Central train depot to imagine its former industrial splendor. Corktown has been inspired by the light and shade of Detroit's most legendary neighborhood to create the most intense black in the series. Elegance is the key to this black tone with subtle brown touches and an extra matte finish. Corktown effects are reminiscent of surfaces that have experienced the passage of time, ideal for exclusive and mature environments where everything counts. As a note, in all Loft colors, we have an ultra matte finish. So now I want to know about our guests, Sandra, Michael, Luca. Have you been in any of these cities? Or based on the journey that we just did together with all of our viewers, which city is your favorite destination? London, Barcelona, New York, Detroit? Let's start with Sandra.
Well, Barcelona, London, New York, of course. All these cities are so evocative of all this industrial look. So that's why we're finding so inspiring. For example, when you came here and showing us all these materials, they really speak to you about it. So yes, definitely London, New York, Barcelona. I love them all. What can I say?
So I know from my dear guest, Michael is the only person who has actually visited Detroit. And being an architect, Michael, what is I mean, I have never been in Detroit. And of course, now I want to go. But as an architect, and being myself also an architect, and all of us in the design world, what would you suggest us if we go to Detroit? What have to be seen? What cannot be missed?
I think Detroit is really unexpected from an architectural standpoint. There's a lot of really, really grand old buildings. And unfortunately, you know, with the economic collapse that happened there in the auto industry, a lot of it is in ruins. So I really enjoy seeing these kind of like urban ruins. The old train station that you see in a lot of the iconic images of the last decade from Detroit really has this sense of old industrial grandeur, almost like Italian futurist architecture, but it's just laying in ruins essentially now, which is sad, but it's also kind of hauntingly beautiful. And I definitely think the industrial loft vibe that you guys have captured here makes a total sense from a Detroit perspective.
That's good. So our product department made a good resource then. So, and Luca, I know from the cities that we are inspiring this whole collection, the only one you visited so far is New York. So yeah. Based on your personal experience, what would you say to architect designers and K&B's designers? What is building a neighborhood that they cannot miss in New York?
I think New York is very dynamic city, is one of my favorite, and is always growing, and every year there is something new to visit. So I like the High Line area, that is one of my favorite, because it's inside the city, you can enjoy this nice view of the city, and there are also a lot of new buildings there. So, but also Europe is always in my heart, so I like Europe so much, and I hope that one day I can visit Barcelona as well.
Yeah, you have to tell us so you can come and visit also Cosentino showroom. Alrighty, so before we continue talking about design and about the new colors, I wanted to share with all of you that Silestone Loft is not only about the colors. It also includes a groundbreaking technology, which is called Hybrid and Hybrid Plus, an exciting pioneering innovation exclusively by Cosentino. It's a technological innovation incorporated to Silestone to elevate it to a new state with more sustainability, a more environmental production process. Hybrid brings a great contribution to the health and safety conditions for the people who manipulate the product, fabricators and installers. This is due to the reduction of the silica level in the composition and the presence of an assortment of minerals and recycled materials to achieve the same quality that Silestone guarantees. We at Cosentino are very proud of our contribution to the environment. We have carbon zero footprint in Decton, and now it is time for Silestone. We onboarded the hybrid technology with a lot of resources, and a big investment was put into it. We wanted to get it right because it is the right thing to do. The result is a true testament to our commitment to be the leaders in sustainability in our industry. Hybrid contains a maximum of 10% silica, making it considerably safer for the manufacturers, stonemasons, installers, fabricators, and anyone who works with the stone. It has a lesser impact to the environment as we manufacture it with 19% reduced water, and all energy used is renewable energy. Hybrid Plus shares all values of Hybrid. In addition, we include at least 20% of recycled materials, glass, in the composition of the product. This has been applied to Loft and will be applied to all Silestone colors going forward. We are Cosentino, are very proud of the results, including safety, sustainability, and the legacy to future generations. Being the leader company in the quartz surfaces, it was only our duty to lead by example. Talking about sustainability, we know now it is more important than ever with the mass consumption of single-use products. Does this cause you, Michael, for example, to be more selective of materials and products to find sustainable options instead?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think first of all, like major applause to you guys and this innovation and this technology that you're presenting. I mean, I think when it comes to being able to select more sustainable materials, one of the main hurdles is the lack of options. So the fact that you guys are presenting a product that, you know, I love Silestone and I've used it before, and now to know that it's environmentally and sustainably, you know, made product just gives us another option. I think that's probably one of the hardest parts when it comes to, you know, from a designer's perspective, pushing a sustainable agenda is just not having necessarily all of the options, or oftentimes having the options be a lot more expensive than their counterparts. And I think one of the ways we like to approach it is just to think of nothing we make should be single use, right? We're making things that are permanent and lasting forever. And I think that's probably one of the most crucial things, just in reducing waste in our process.
That's great to hear. I mean, it's great to have partners that also are committed to the sustainability. So let's go back to design and to these new colors. We took together a trip around the cities that inspired these amazing colors. But now our guests and I want to share with you some design tips. First, the ones that Cosentino prepared on how you can use these colors to create unique spaces. And of course, we will also ask our expert guests in design their own tips. First, let's take a look at Candem. So Candem is perfect. We see it as for young spaces designed to inspire creativity, places full of energy with urban materials. We see it with shiny metals, hardware, and casual fabrics like denim, imaginative surfaces, and vivid colors that contrast with integrity. Candem Tone has a wide chromatic variety and recreates very different atmospheres. Wood, metal, and bright colors together create Camden spaces full of vitality. What does this color tell you, Sandra? How would you pair it, for example? What other materials and tones will you use for pairing this color?
With this color is sort of perfect because it's sort of a neutral shade on it, and it's like allows a lot of textures to go around, and you can even go other routes if you want. If your client doesn't want to go all the way industrial, you know, the way lofty, you can even, you know, like you can keep doing some modern, you know, like really clean, very modern with it. So you can still play with more textures and going a little bit more warmer, depending on what would you pair it with. So I love the versatility of this color. And I just wanted to say and follow Michael and kind of giving you so big kudos of you being so inclusive in this when doing these materials, because for us as a designers, we can also tell our clients how inclusive and sustainable are these materials. And nowadays, that's something very important when we're specifying more and more. But going back to design, I love it, yes, with metals. It's very funky. It's super cool, like to pair it with some colors, metal colors. But nowadays, you see that we're using a little bit more of gold tones or more into these gum metal tones as well. So you can either go warm or cold, depending on where you're using it. And I like that about it. It's very versatile.
Perfect tips. Thank you so much. So let's go with the second color, which is Poblenou. The vitality of Poblenou encourages the use of natural materials to bring out decorative possibilities, integrating natural beauty into any interior design. Objects made from handcrafted fibers and fabrics combine perfectly with this warm tone. It invites you to create spaces with soft wood and pastel shades, harmonious and ready to reflect natural light. We have used a new technology to get fantastic integration. This is a warm color with a gray base, so it combines well with any materials and works well with a splash of color. Luca, share with us your thoughts about this color. Would you use it pairing it with what type of other materials and colors?
I think this light gray is very nice because you can mix with the dark wood or light wood that now is the best trend, and it's something very materic, organic, so very flexible. And the nice thing that you can also mix with the super bright color, very pop-up color. So if you want to create a more character, because it's a light gray that you can mix very easily. And now that we are in Miami, so we are in Miami here, everyone is looking for something lighter because they want to feel the beach, they want to feel the light, and to have this kind of material that is also matte, so not so reflecting, is amazing with our kitchen as well. So basically, it's a great color that you can use in the proper way.
Perfect. So the next one is Seaport. And before I forget, because we actually presented the tips that we prepared at Cosentino, we actually had some videos to help you get inspiration. And I apologize because I skipped Poblenou videos and also Candem. But let's before we talk about the design tips for Seaport, let's see this very short video about Seaport and design tips. So Seaport, we at Cosentino theme that combines with all kinds of wood. It matches materials reminiscent of warm leather, shades between ochre and dark brown. It is a perfect color for intimate spaces. Interiors where upholstery, ochre, blue, and smoked glass play a major role. Seaport is a strong industrial style. It is a very heavy color, close to the concrete color, and combines in the lofts that started in the 80s, very close to the sea. I would love to hear your thoughts about this color, Michael. What does it represent to you?
It feels to me, it feels very masculine. I'm feeling very like bachelor pad loft with like a whiskey bar with walnut panels and some like amber glass cocktails served on top of it. I think it's got a very like moody, elegant, masculine vibe. And I think the dark woods and the sort of like rich metals feel great with that.
Cool. Okay, let's go to our next color is Nolita, north of Little Italy in New York. So let's see first the video that Cosentino prepared for all of us. Nolita is probably the most sophisticated color, if you ask me, because you can combine it with many other styles, not only industrial. It's not an easy task, as you designers might know, to have white details on a white background, but we achieved it. You will see the beauty of the color when you are close to it. The color is fantastic. Nolita enhances the cleanliness and calm of minimalist designs. It is a color that works well with glazed, transparent spaces full of pure geometric shapes. And by adding light wood and bright tones, we can create sophisticated, artistic atmospheres. Nolita's brightness favors the use of natural stone with very strong textures, such as granite. Sandra, I know you are not that into whites.
I know.
Do you agree with the tips we give for these colors? How will you combine it?
Yeah, we were talking about it when you came to present the materials. And I was saying that I was loving how deep this Nolita is. I really like it. I really find a lot of depth and texture into it. And I feel like using it. And it's kind of, it's evoking of this area of Miami at the same time as well. Is very appropriate for us. And you know, like the Nolita and Camden that I was loving as well. Like we could play even mixing them together, and they mix them with amazing, beautiful, you know, the warmth of the wood and also the richness of metals, and they will look amazing. You see how that's so super, you know, super cool to look, and also with textures of, you know, of I don't know, this is a kind of a genial color that goes with it. So it's very versatile, very deep, and I love that about it, because I don't like to only go all white. I think we're human beings full of colors, and this going this way doesn't fight with my essence.
Alrighty, so let's move with the last color of this new collection, which is Corktown. So let's see first the short video that we have prepared for you as a design tips. That was Corktown and our design tips. So what we think is its deep gray is ideal to combine with aged materials, such as exposed brick and subtle oxidized colors. Open-grained wood combines perfectly with Corktown to create elegant and mature spaces, and colors such as dark green and deep grain stone help establish the soft lining that is characteristic of sophisticated spaces. Golden and dark brown wood tones and glass belong to the particular universe of Corktown. I know Luca is very into the dark and very sexy colors. How would you, Luca, combine this color?
So this color, I think, is very nice in the loft. Very dark color, very strong, with a big character. I think it's for people that they have a strong character. They want to put a big accent in their area. I like the match with it's very also heritage color, because you can match with the brown or red brown, a silk color, leather that is also very elegant. So something very elegant and strong.
Nice. I like that all of you have only good things and tips for all of our colors. So now I really would like to get to know our guests more, Sandra, Michael, and Luca. And I do have some questions to get to know you a little bit better. So we know about the impact of current economic and social situation on the design industry nowadays. How have you had to adjust the way you are doing business? For example, Luca in Polyform.
So if I speak about Polyform and Miami market, I mean, this situation for us was quite good because Florida is a great dynamic market. So there are a lot of people that are moving Florida. So we adjust our business to provide quick answer to the client, to provide quick solution, because the people, they want to move fast. They want a new solution from us, new ideas to redecorate their house. So the difference that we did is just to provide to them a special service in the quickest way. And we also launched the new collection. So it's something that we can provide to our customers. So this one was the things. And for us is a great opportunity. I mean, also there are a lot of people that ask to work with the Silestone Cosentino because it's very durable material. And it's also a very nice material that you can mix with all our collections.
Nice. Yes. I mean, sometimes those challenges times are also great opportunities. How is it about you, Michael?
It was very difficult in the beginning for sure. As we do much more commercial projects than residential, we found ourselves in a tricky situation because we were building out 3 bars, 3 like food and beverage projects right at the beginning of this, which kind of threw everything into the unknown and it kind of froze all of our projects up. But I think the big lesson was really just about being adaptable and being flexible, because now what we're seeing is sort of a need to make up for lost time in a lot of our projects. So everything now is trying to execute very quickly at the end of the year, and so there's a lot of flexibility that's got to happen, a lot of understanding and patience and adaptability. And then I think, you know, for us in particular, we've stepped a little bit more into the residential space because of this, just because of the nature. I think home goods and residential spaces and people are really focused on the home right now, and I think that sector in particular is doing quite well. So that helped make up a bit of the uncertainty in the commercial space.
Nice, very interesting. And how about you, Sandra? Because you are kind of the queen of the residential business. How did you have to adapt?
Well, basically, we have to flow. That's what I have learned during this time. Go with the flow with everything, and adjust. Exactly, it's about resilience. And also about learning more and more about your materials. With people spending more time at home, they want to have the best. They want to improve what they have. And also, they are more eager to learn about how durable is a product, how clean is this product, how maintenance-free is it, how it's made of, if it is sustainable or not, if we're helping the environment or not. And all this is, to me, it has been a really great learning experience. Anyway, we never stop learning. And that's one truth. And when we have to learn more, well, we learn more, and we adapt and keep going towards that side. And that's what I like about how the market in the situation is making us move, whether we want it or not. We have to make homes more sustainable in the way as from where they are being designed from that very moment, or even before. Like, for example, what you're doing with the system of taking care of the workers that are fabricating the materials that you're going to bring in their home. So if we begin creating this amazing life cycle of the materials, and we just begin thinking about that, everyone is going to be benefit from it. I think now people are more aware. They're aware that they need to take care of the environment, and they're beginning by their homes, which is amazing for us, because now it's like a validating, to me, it's like a validating time, because I'm a lead, I have a lead AP certification, and I was educated as an architect back in my country, designing with the elements, and just working with earth, with wind, with natural light. And now it's like everyone is like here, like the eyes are more open to hear what we have to say about that. And for us, it's great. It's a great validating moment. And our clients are more than ever eager to listen to what we have to say about it. They're eager to allow us to specify amazing materials like this that are true to their character and to their environment, but at the same time show emotions, like these, like the depth of the material. So all that, I think at the end of the day, it's been a good ride.
Okay, thank you. It's very interesting. At the end, we all need to thought up from inside out and outside in, starting in our homes and then to our work and back and forward and everything.
Business, everything.
The cool thing about humanity is that we all are adaptable, and it's only a challenge to see how flexible we are. So that's great. So you all received samples of the new colors. I would love to hear about your first impression, your initial thoughts about it. So Michael, how was it when you received it in your hands about the Loft series?
I was immediately drawn to the Cork town, the dark one, the black one, the kind of like the moodiest and sort of sultriest version of the Loft series. But as I'm sitting here, like I have them all.
Your favorite color, though. Don't tell me yet your favorite color. I want first your thoughts about the series and it all.
I have to say I'm sitting here with them all now, and I feel like I'm totally imagining using these three together.
Wow, together.
Like I think this could become a very, very interesting wall panel with just like the textures are very cool, and I think they all kind of sing together, and I could see like I don't know if it's the black and the white one making a checkerboard wall paneling system or something, but I feel like it could be a really unexpected and exciting combination to actually use them together.
Nice. And you, Luca, I was personally delivering the colors to you. What was your first thought about this new collection and the inspiration that is in behind of it?
I think this is a starting point, I think, for Cosentino, because it was a big change to improve this material, completely healthy for the people. So I think this is a just starting point for Cosentino to reach a great result for the future. And I think this one will be the first part of the collection. I'm quite sure that in the future you will develop new finishes and new stuff. And I think they are amazing because as Polyform we work a lot with Cosentino when we develop the kitchens, because the people like the product, they like the durability, they like the look, and they have a lot of choice of finishes. This new collection, I think it's great because you have different color, different tones, so at least you can use for each different style and for each different needs that the client wants.
Yeah, but for example, for all of you, we all know, we're architects and designers and being in the design industry, that the loft as a concept has been there for years. Mm-hmm. So and we are like kind of bringing it back, right? With the newest collection of Silestone is inspired on the loft concept of architecture, and we're bringing the 20s back, or kind of, right, the 1920s. And so do you think we are doing like is it as a leading trend in textures, the colors? Is the industrial looking? Do you see it like as a tendency that is a trend that is going to stay? What was your feeling about the textures, the patterns, and do you see it those colors as they will become like something that helps you exactly to combine with every single type of different projects that you have, Sandra?
Oh, yes, of course. I was, Luca, you took my poble no away from the favorite. But yes,
We will still come to the favorite colors, no worries.
I know. And no, but what I see is depth to it. And I think that's something that I really value in materials like this, because you can still get a sense of layering in the projects. And as was Michael was saying, you can combine them. You can combine them, and I love that. Like, you can combine them and put pieces together. I was drawn also to a combination of the Nolita with the Corktown, and definitely it's a concept that you brought here, and that you revive the loft concept, and definitely I see it to stay. The colors are neutral but vibrant at the same time, so that allows you to in your different projects to choose one or combine them and see how it will be the character that will play in each project. In one, it could be okay. It could be the Corktown, the protagonists, and then you go around with like more subtle things, materials or textures around. Or you can choose the Camden and really give it a punch with really cool things that have depth and texture and and sheen to it. So it's very versatile. I really liked it when you came and but the way it was packed, that was also good.
Nice.
So congrats.
It's our pleasure. I mean, it's our pleasure to work with such talented professionals as you all are. So design and architecture, I love what we do. I love our world. But it will be very interesting for our guests to hear, where do you see our industry headed in the next few years, and why, Michael?
It's a great question. It's a tricky question, especially considering just what I was just talking about after this pandemic year. I definitely think that in the residential space is going to be very, very strong for a while, because I think inwards on their homes, and I think they're going to really appreciate nicer materials, more finely crafted furniture. I think the level of detail that people are going to want to surround themselves with in terms of design and architecture is going to be a lot more sophisticated, which I think is incredibly exciting. I also think, for me, how does that translate into the commercial projects that we do? And there's just so much uncertainty around it. We're doing these projects that we're hoping people are going to feel confident enough and safe enough to kind of engage with in a meaningful way. And I think what is going to happen, again, I think design always has this ability to sort of overcome these obstacles and to compete with certain factors. Like, I think if people are going to go out now and go to a cocktail bar or go to a restaurant, it's really, again, got to be finely crafted. I think they're going to want even more of an experience than before, because I think it might be a more occasional type of behavior.
Yeah.
So I think and I guess in both sort of spheres, I feel like people just need to up the game a little bit in terms of materiality and experience in details throughout. I don't know. I mean, I guess that was very specific to kind of COVID conditions.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody, I guess it's just top of mind,
Yeah, but yeah, we really definitely don't know, but we can aim what will happen in the next few years. What are your thoughts about it, Sandra?
I agree with Michael. It's nowadays architect. You know what? It's not only nowadays. It's if you know, like if you go in history, back in history, times like this, architecture and design, they play a big part. They express what the people of the era is, what they are thinking, what do they care for, what is it that they're going to do afterwards. And I think for us, for us creatives, it's a very pivotal moment in history, and we are so lucky to be living on in this time. In some, in some ways we're tested, but in some other ways, like it gives us the opportunity to be even more creative, to, as Michael was saying, up our game, and propose what we always thought that it was right, that maybe we didn't before for so many things, budgetary reasons, or maybe thinking it was not right for the market. But now is the time. Now is the time for our creatives to come and say and propose things that we know are gonna be good for the environment, for our projects, for even for our life. And it's also the time to be consistent. With what you preach. That's how you live as well. Like it's I don't think it's easy, but it's an opportunity to do that. And for that, I'm thankful, and I see a lot of good future for us ahead. And Miami it's a very lucky location, I would say. We're receiving many people coming from out the states to live here because of our location, because of everything we have here available, because of the weather, so many things. And it is really good I think it's going to be really good for us.
Yeah, I mean, definitely Southeast is one of the best regions. I mean, if you ask me, that's one of the reasons we all picked to live in the Southeast region. But Luca, you are kind of in my same boat. We do try to create beautiful products for our architects and designers to create beautiful spaces with our products. Where do you see our industry heading?
I mean, for sure, for my thinking, I mean, when you are living in a nice space, beauty space, well organized, with nice material, I mean, your mood, you feel better, no? It's part of the experience of your life. So the people, they want to sleep in a nice bed, they want to sit in comfortable sofas, they want to have a nice kitchen to show to their friend, because they meet a friend there, they can cook there. So everything is part of an experience to express themselves. So to have nice material, real material, different type of color is the great opportunity to create different type of design. Then, for my personal opinion, I don't like so many crowded space. I like a very simple space, clean, minimal. And I think will be a great opportunity for our industry, because for sure the home becomes always one of our most important place, no? I mean, it's our home, is where we are living, so is the place where we pass most of our time, and we meet friends as well. So in this specific period, I mean, more than before, let's say.
Perfect. So before we move on, because I will not end this conversation without knowing which one is your favorite color. But before we move on, there is a question from Audrey about what is the product made of, how to install it, how to maintain, and price point. Okay, I think this is a question more for me than for you guys. So made of, yeah, what is the product made of, how to install it. So Audrey, the product is made using a new technology that hybrid is, we are creating quartz in an industrial way. And we are not losing with this, we are not losing any of the advantages of Silestone. It's actually what we're taking out of the Silestone is the percentage of the silica, which is actually what is more dangerous for the stonemasons, for the fabricators and installers. So how to maintain it is water and soap. It's exactly the same as Silestone. You do have the same warranty, 25 years of warranty for not staining, not scratching, not changing the tone of the color. And the price point is not more expensive, either less expensive. We're maintaining everything about why Silestone is the #1 hard surface in the world. So you know that not all of the Silestone colors have the same price range. The Loft Series, all of them, but Corkline, I think they are the same group price. But what I suggest you is that you visit your closest location, and my colleagues will be happy to give you all the details about the prices. And if you don't have a fabricator, they will also guide you how to find the best that fits you. So, I don't know, please feel free if you want to write questions on the chat on YouTube. But I will move on because we do have, I don't want to have people over an hour here, but I really want to know, what is your favorite color, Sandra?
Poblano.
The winner is...
I love its depth. Yes, there you go. I love its depth. I really think the neutrality of it, but it's so rich at the same time, and you can. It's so versatile. It's kind of you wouldn't know if it is kind of gray or has a like a little brown on it. So it's kind of a grayish, which nowadays many of us love to to use kind of this color, but at the same time it's not as neutral as you would think. That's why I love it. It's very versatile, and then it can be a protagonist, or it can play well in the background. So that's what I like about it.
So how about you, Michael? Which one is, you kind of already told us, but which one is your winner?
I love the Corktown. Kind of for the opposite reason of what Sandra said. This is definitely not fading into the background. It's very dramatic and sort of intense and seductive. It's very cool. I love it.
Do you already see it using it in one of your projects that you have?
Yeah, actually, very much so. That's sort of what I was hinting at with using it with the Nolita. I have a very black and white project in the works.
Nice. Can't wait to see it. And how about you, Luca? Which one is your winner?
Favorite one is the Mediterranean style Nolita. It is amazing because it's very elegant, soft, and I can see that I can match with all the wood color from dark tone to the light tone, with the metal stuff, with our new champagne that is amazing, with leather. So it's a very elegant color that I can see that you can also mix with the wood floor, travertine floor. So I think it's working very well for our project here in Miami.
Yeah, and it was amazing when we visited Luca. He already took the sample and already went to all his fabric samples and wood samples, and already started to pairing it with the complete polyform showroom. Actually, so it was great to see him already working with a sample. So we have come to the end of our virtual event. I wanted to share that these colors are now available at all our Cosentino locations. Only in North America, we had over 50 locations. And so we really invite you to visit our Cosentino showrooms, or you can also have a virtual tour to see them in firsthand. I would like to thank our special guests who joined us today to share this special event with all of you today. And I would love to give you, Sandra and Michael and Luca, to give the final words that you would like to. I invite all of you to visit the websites of EOLO, of Deaf Union and Polyform, and also the Instagrams. They are very inspirational. I mean, I was on it. We as Cosentino City, Miami already follow them, but me personally, I am more curious, and it's incredible the work you do. I really congratulate all of you because of what you do. Really, thank you. I know nowadays we're trying to close the year to everything, but because of the pandemic, we were not able to close some months to try to close it. Nowadays, we are rushing, and we as Cosentino really appreciate your time, the time of all of you who are watching to this virtual event. And now I would like to give you, Sandra, and then Michael and Luca, some few words that you would like to say in a way to say goodbye. Sandra.
Thank you, Caro. Thank you for creating community. I always tell you this. I'm really honored to be part of this super talented panel, and I admire. I got to know what Michael does. Got to know his work. Really admiring what he does, and loving Polyform. What all the work and amazing things they do. So I feel very honored and thankful to be here sharing with these two talented professionals. And thank you. We as an architect designers, EOLO Design is a boutique design architecture and interior design studio. So as I was saying, we do both architecture and interior design, do high-end residential mostly, but we have experience doing hospitality and some commercial projects. And we've been lucky to be covering a lot of this area down in Florida and some Latin America as well. And here to serve you, we have 13 years having our offices here, and looking forward to keep learning and to keep working together, creating community with you too. Thank you, Caro. And thank you both, Luca and Michael. A pleasure and honor to be here.
Michael.
Yeah, I mean, thank you to Sandra for that beautiful statement, and thank you, Carolina. I mean, I think the product is really amazing. I'm very thankful that you guys introduced it to us. I think the sustainability aspects and everything are really exciting, and more than welcome in the market. So thank you so much for including us in the conversation and introducing us to this beautiful product. A little bit about us, I guess. We're just kind of similar to Sandra. Been working in the South Florida area for now about 6 years, doing mostly commercial and hospitality interiors. We're a design build studio. We do a lot of in-house fabrication. We've got a warehouse where we have a metal shop and a wood shop, and create a lot of really beautiful custom furniture and interior pieces that fit into our larger design projects. I'd love for anyone to come by, drop us a line, hit us on the Instagram, DM us, and come see what we're up to. And again, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Michael. And last but not least, Luca.
Thank you, Carolina, for the invitation. It was amazing to have this kind of discussion with you. We already work together as Polyform. We already work together with Cosentino Loft, so I hope that the new collection will be a great opportunity for both of us. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Sandra. It was really a pleasure to meet you. And as Polyform, we are based in Miami Design District. We have our showroom here. Polyform is one of the well-known high-end furniture company made in Italy, and we are specializing in kitchen, closet, sofa, wall system, bed. So right now we launch already our new collection. So I invite all our friends and all our partners to come to discover the new collection, so they can come to see in my showroom all the new stuff and the new finishes. So you will enjoy.
Thank you, Luca. Alrighty, thank you to our viewers, our guests, for joining us. We hope you are as excited as we are about our new collection. Thank you for taking the time to travel with us today. And we really hope to see you again very soon. And remember to loft your home. Goodbye.
Ciao a tutti. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.